And now, Minion Works presents Freelance Heroism.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Deese.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to all our patrons out there, in particular those who donate at the producer tier. Rachel, you want to tell us who those motherfuckers are?
I would be happy to.
Hey.
We want to say thank you to Breakmeister, the Minion Works.
Just them.
No. Orient_Tiger, Chris Deeds, Chris Sones, Christopher Hildebrand, Rebecca, and Mo Walker. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you so much. I love that you could do that by memory. I can't remember where I put my glasses, and I'm wearing them. I think you should leave the other part where you hiccup for a second, because it shows that you're human.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want people to think that.
Yeah, I don't either. Dehumanized Ducky. So, first topic, it's just a thing that we're doing. We're watching Supernatural. How you liking it?
I like it. It's very good.
Yeah?
Yeah. The season we're on now is very different from how the show started, because it was very Monster of the Week before.
Right.
But they've sort of changed that up to like this overarching season-long storyline.
Right. I mean, there are always some episodes that connected,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of them were sort of Monster of the Week or comedy. I like how sometimes they'll get the writers and they'll give them free range.
I like those episodes that are like weirdly meta, where it's like the writers can just do what they want.
The one where they went into the world where they're actually actors.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. There's another one. There's a musical one.
There's a musical?
It's like a High School Musical kind of thing.
Oh, no.
And it's fucking amazing. It's so good. Like, it sounds absolutely terrible.
Oh, no.
It's not. It's so good. It's so good. I want to get there so bad, but I don't want to skip ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I ruin even one joke in that episode, I'll be upset. But yeah, so it's really good. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
You know, unlike other shows that we've tried that you hate.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know. That were shows that were completely lost on you. Oh man. Okay, so for everyone out there listening, we were playing this game the other day for the FH Gaming, and if you're not a freelance gaming watcher, go do that shit. What are you doing? When you're done with the podcast, you should go on YouTube and like the shit out of things, just like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that says Freelance Heroism, you should be liking. Yeah, but I mean, during that new game though, since we were kind of
that was fun.
It was, and it's a different playthrough, I think, than all of the other ones that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
This one was very I don't want to spoil anything. Frantic is a good way to say it.
Yes.
And also thank you to the charity of other players in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, they were pretty cool about the things that were happening.
But tolerating us, our existence.
Yeah, but whatever, we had fun.
Yeah.
Okay, what was I saying? Oh, when we were making our characters,
mm-hmm.
One of the characters looked just like Sawyer from Lost.
Yes.
I don't know if you listeners out there have ever seen Lost, but there's a character named Sawyer, and in this game, I don't want to spoil what it is yet, that we are playing, one of the default character models looks just like Sawyer. Like, I mean, so much so that it was like off-putting. I was like, I could play Sawyer from Lost in this game, but that would be weird.
Yeah.
And also incredibly meta, as it's like one of a cast of 30 from like the year 2000. Probably not the best. That's probably why we don't get any viewers on YouTube. All the jokes are so incredibly specific. Yeah. You say stale?
Yes.
Bitch. I was gonna say niche. I guess. What a jerk. So what have you been up to today?
I've been reading for a lot of today.
Wow. It's a fucking roller coaster over there. Exciting.
Well, actually, I was thinking about... So I'm reading The Crystal Shard, which is the first book in publication order that features Drizzt, the Drow Ranger.
Drizzt?
Drizzt? I don't think there's an... Isn't it Drizzzt? So it's
Yep.
Drizzt.
Drizzt.
So I never got into these books, and I was thinking about how when they were sort of like in their prime of popularity a few years back, they had this sort of reputation, which was why I didn't read them, because they had this reputation of like, these are books for like 13-year-old boys who thinks that being like a sneaky drow is cool, and it's just seemed
Okay,
really
hold on.
lame.
Let me just stop you there for a second. Being a sneaky drow is cool. So, there's other reasons why it's like kind of a more...
Did you read these when you were a 13-year-old boy?
No.
Okay.
I only read them recently, and I only read, I think, a couple of the first ones.
Okay.
And in chronological order, not in publication order.
Mhm.
But I did read the shit out of Dragonlance, and I am 100% sure that that's the same thing. Fantasy gets that a lot, though, so it's hard to judge. If you read something when you're 13, it's hard to tell if it was really good
Yeah.
or if it was pulpy garbage.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because I don't have to read them now, and my memories of them have advanced with me. Right?
Okay.
My perception of what it was at the time was not perverted by the fact that there was probably better writing.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, I don't have to go back and read it again. But like old books that you read back in the day, they don't have to be good. You just have to, they have to be at the level you read them at, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is what happens with Harry Potter a lot. I think a lot of people read them when they were younger and then grew up having that memory of reading them in their mind, and maybe haven't gone back and been like, oh, this is great writing, right? Because if you read it as an adult, it's probably not the best. I don't know.
No, I mean, it's very like simplistic. But you know, when you're like 12 or 13, you don't have a lot of reading experience.
Right, so like the memory is locked in.
Mhm.
So the actual words on page are irrelevant.
Yeah.
The conveyed memory now was as potent as you were capable of receiving. Like it didn't bottleneck your intellect, right?
Right.
So that's what I think. I think there are some things that are genuinely well written, and I think with the exception of a few little flukes, Tolkien holds up pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is the gold standard. For fantasy writing, it's sort of like the icon, like Star Trek or Star Wars and sci-fi. It's like whether or not they're better than another show or not, they're the standard by which all the other ones are judged.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know. There are entire pages, where he describes how dark a cave is. And that's a little annoying. So I've been pretty pissed off about this PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still kind of pissed off. Yeah, I had it in my cart.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know you've heard this, but I'm talking to them. Check this out. On Walmart.com, right? I was refreshing the shit out of this page, and I got it added to the cart, and I went to check out, and I had all this stuff already pre-programmed, account logged in, address programmed, and card info all in. So all I had to do is press go, 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 and I'm done, right?
Right.
For this PS5. And I get to the last part where it's like processing payment. The little spinny wheel comes up to process my payment, right? And as it's doing that, it glitches. The whole website crashes, sends me back to my cart. I'm like, holy shit. So I check out again, gets back up to the payment part, starts to process again, kicks me out, goes back to the cart. So then I click it again, and it's like, your card information's wrong. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, no, it's not.
Oh.
And I look at it, and my card information's right. So I click it again, and then it sends me back into limbo, where it's like putting that little spinning wheel up. And then when it comes out of there, I'm thinking, hey, I got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't. They sold him out from under me to
Oh.
other people while I was in limbo. It's so horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not telling anyone these little... I got some inside information from employees and from... Well, I know about one too. So I'm not telling you guys fucking shit until after I get mine, and then I'll tell you guys some, I guess, release date info. But
Should I bleep out those store names?
yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want them to know shit.
Right.
I'm sorry. I love you guys out there, listeners, but I'm getting a PS5 before you. It's just happening. I don't give a shit. If I have to rob an old lady crossing the fucking street from a Walmart, I will do it.
I'm just gonna wait for things to kind of settle down.
Fuck, settle down. Fuck, settle down.
I'm just gonna wait on it. Well.
All right, you want to
good
go to
luck
the
with
episode?
that. Yeah, sure. This week is The Mask and the Mechanism, episode 6.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Crit Frog.
Hey.
He's gone. He's dead.
No, he's not.
He's
He's never dead.
stomped into
He's
oblivion.
not dead. His body rolled off through the slime into the chasm beneath, where he was granted a boon by a god, the frog god. Ribitor, the frog god. And he was given the spear of fly slaying. It's shaped like a tongue.
Good thing
It
none of us are
stretches.
flies.
You will be. You will be. Flies on a pile of shit.
Okay, let's go to the episode.
Okay. All right, everyone remember where we were in the game?
Yes.
Do you?
Yep.
What happened?
Alright, so we killed a water elemental. And by we, I mean my dad and my brother, and I did nothing.
You played slap punch with it. I was looking for a gif for the slap chop.
Uh-huh.
I was looking for it real bad.
So,
And then we rested.
Pretty good description. You guys walked into what appeared to be a series of walkways, paths made of stone, some made of sort of what looks to be like reinforced metallic railways with wood paneling, and mostly stone though. It looks like this has been here for quite some time, but it is magnificently upkept in that there is no dust or spider webs or any of that type of things you would normally see in an old building. And everything seems to be damp. Over the course of your investigation, you guys have come to learn that this looks like it maybe wasn't a temple necessarily, but a place where they might have done shipping materials, right? Like where they would like a trade route where they would have unloaded one ship, reloaded another ship, and had it go on its way. In order to kind of create a system of interlocking waterways inside, they have storage rooms and things like that. You guys have walked around and kind of been up in the upper levels of it. Like imagine a warehouse where you'd have like railways where people would walk in and observe workers and sort of call out orders and, oh, that needs to go to that boat, that needs to go to that boat. That's sort of where you've been. As you walked into this last room, you have found a water elemental, which we're going to say that due to your being here for a while, defeating it and probably wanting to rest up, you will have sort of come to the conclusion that this looks like it was built into the building. This looks like it was a part of the design, a way to control the levels at which the water was at. So instead of using a high-pressured boiler room where they need to heat something, create steam, and it would be slower, they would just use the technology of the age, the magic of a bound water elemental, and have him manipulate the flow of water in this area. That is what you guys have determined. I assume you guys have all leveled up, correct? You guys are all level
Yes.
6 and strong, and now you have magic fists, Rachel.
Urgh.
Yeah, but only 9 fingers. She lost one in the war.
The water war?
In the water world. With Kevin Costner bit my finger off. That son of a bitch.
Turned my urine into water.
He was supposed to be my bodyguard.
Just get them all mixed up.
But he absconded like Robin Hood with my finger. Him and Morgan Freeman did it. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done with this. If you build it, they'll come. Okay.
Don't forget how he delivers your mail.
I know, and I don't want to dances with wolves here, but I want to we want to move on. All right. So you guys are in 1G from the room that you're in, excluding the hallway that you first walked into. What the hell are you eating, Rachel? What was that? Sidetracking myself. What the hell was that? Looked like you were chewing a tire. What was that?
Whatever
It's
it
a
was, she's almost
donut.
not eating it now.
What was it?
I bought a donut. It's a chocolate glazed donut.
Can you hold it up, please? Can I see what that thing
I
looked
bought
like?
it specifically to eat during our game.
That is a donut?
And
Looks
I've
like a
been
dinosaur, fossilized dinosaur turd.
and I've been waiting all day to eat my donut.
Rachel, did you bring everyone for the class? Or everyone
not.
for, or one
Did
for
you bring
everyone?
everyone for the class?
Fuck, I fucked it up. Fuck.
Did you bring everyone for the class? Oh shit, was I supposed to organize the class? My bad.
God damn it. This is the bad thing about getting old.
What's that? You need a donut too?
Yes. But apparently my blood sugar is low. Or high. Who knows?
He needs the other kind of donut.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Don't get me started.
You got the little sweaty balloon man down there, huh? Okay. So we're gonna cut all of that out, maybe. I think I'm a strong proponent of leaving all of that in. Rachel's massive fucking Stegosaurus turd donut.
You want to leave
Starfish.
every weird sidetrack conversation in.
Of course I do. That's where 90% of my dialogue is. Of course I want to leave it in. Hey, you know that thing that makes you not just sound like a person reading from a script? You're like, yeah. Cut all of it.
That's Patreon material.
So Patreon is like 90% of why I can't ever run for Congress. All right, so
I had
in
to
one
cut. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had to in one of the Patreon clips that from the last thing that I sent you guys, I had to cut part of the joke and just use the part where Dee says cut that, don't use that.
What was the other part? Oh God, don't
It
repeat it. Was it bad?
Yes. And then you were like, cut that, just cut off all of
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
Don't be.
Like earlier, Nate messaged something about. He said he said the word Bengay, and I was just like, just gotta not bite because I was like, they have a group chat. They're like, I bet if I say Bengay, Dees will make a joke about it, and I was like, I'm not gonna walk right into this. I'm on to that.
I'll use Icy Hot next time. How about that?
Oh no, that's not gonna help. I see hot too. Every time you bend over, boy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, all right. Sorry, I like the innuendos as I am in your endo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Innuendos, out-uendos.
I'm
It's all
in and
about
out your
innuendos.
endos. Sipping on gin and juice. That's another rap joke you guys won't get. Sorry. It's really, I swear to God, if anyone out here was born in 1990 and listened to hip hop, I'm a fucking killer. These jokes are slaying.
The elderly person's version of that. My mind on my hemorrhoids and my hemorrhoids on my mind. And
All
we
right.
bring it full circle back to the donut. So now you have to leave it all in. There you go.
Yeah. She's like, I just cut the whole damn thing.
Just cut the whole conversation. Just start
Never
from here.
happened.
Actually, I've been recording since she asked me, so we got it, boys.
Yeah.
I don't have to use
Hashtag
it.
for the boys.
I don't have to use it.
Ringtone. We could call it Stegosaurus turd. That'll be a 60.
She may not have to use it, but I could always upload it to Facebook.
Okay, so in 1G, that's where the pool is. It's got a little ring that kind of comes up a little bit above the flat surface, so it looks sort of like a ridge for an above ground pool, but kind of short, maybe an inch or two up, and then it kind of pools down into the bottom. And if you look down there now, you can start to see little tiny holes that look like they go down into what appears to be the bottom of this floor. They're real tiny, maybe 2 or 3 inches in diameter, about like the size of a golf ball hole, like if you were playing golf or whatever. Directly to your right, there is what looks to be like an alcove room. It has some barricade kind of thing kind of pushed across it. Looks like maybe a sliding door. It doesn't look like it was originally part of the blueprint of the building, but it's there now. Off to the left, as you go down that tunnel towards 1K and 1J, you can't see too far down that hallway, but that's where the pearls start again. The luminescent pearl walkway. So, I'll say that you guys were able to get a long rest in this area. It is a fully enclosed room with just a walkway from where you came in and then off to the left. So if you were to have someone on guard, they could easily monitor those two entries. What do you do?
Well, I imagine we're going to press on.
In which direction will you be heading?
Well, the map says we've got this room down to the right, 1J. And the pearls, you said, are going down the hallway towards 1K, straight ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
I would at least like to venture to that intersection and see what I can see down the hallway to the right.
Okay. It just looks like a walkway, stone walkway. Kind of as soon as you leave 1G, that is where the end of the building is. It goes back into open air walkways above the
Okay, so that's a
dark water.
walkway. That's like a deck, or sorry, a dock rather, more than it is a hallway.
Right. It's like a bridge that heads out towards what you can't really see. It's really murky over there from a mixture of it being dark. The pearls don't run along the walls there. And then it gets too kind of misty to see. There's a lot of sort of dampness in the air. So even if you have dark vision, it becomes difficult to...
So if we want to see what's at 1J, we have to go to 1J.
Yeah, you'd have to travel down that path.
Well, kids,
I would like to check 1H, the little barricade room, before we leave this area.
Right. This room appears to be an altar of some sort. The walls are engraved with ancient ruins, and a bronze brazier sits at the floor near your feet. Its embers are too faint to emit any light.
Can I, you said there are carvings on the walls?
Yes.
Can I ask if anyone else can make a religion check to see if they mean anything?
You recognize the runes, Rachel.
Oh, I do?
They are the same runes that you saw in the clock.
Oh. I will point this out to Thresh.
Roll me an intelligence check. Yeah, just a flat intelligence check.
Okay. That's a nat 20
Woot.
plus total.
Don't worry about that. You're
Okay.
going to get it. You're going to
All
get
right.
everything. All right. These symbols are the same types of symbols. You are fascinated by language.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you've been looking for. This is the same language on this wall. And because your ability to discern sort of how text is formed and how they would have what tools they would have used to write it down, you can clearly tell that these were added after the building was here. These look like they were more recent additions. The building had been here for a while. The marks were added after the fact.
I'm definitely gonna take note of that.
You also recognize that the bronze brazier that's in here has the same type of embers as the first room when you first came in.
Okay.
Rachel, it's still impossible for you to read this language.
Okay.
At this
Yeah,
point.
I was gonna...
But you're starting to pick up some interesting things. Like they're maybe not letters per se,
Mm-hmm.
right? But this is definitely a language. And it's difficult for you to determine words or anything like that, but the patterns follow the same type of pattern as would language.
Okay.
If you're curious, a lot of the runes look like different assemblies of two sets of rectangles. So overlapped in certain instances, side by side in certain instances, on their side.
Okay.
Just different arrangements of two hollow and sometimes filled rectangles.
Okay. And that makes up the majority of the characters of this language?
Each one of them is independently bracketed across. So like you can tell that like if there are two of them that are right next to each other,
Mhm.
two rectangles, then there's some space, and then another series of two rectangles, and then some more space, almost like between words or between letters,
Okay.
as a person would write.
Okay.
It's just because you're so familiar with language that you kind of can feel the flow of how words work.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna take out my journal and just copy some of it, at least to study later. Um, and call out to my family that, hey, these are the same types of runes or language from the clock.
All right. I kind of gonna now that I know Kelly's kind of taken an interest in the room, I'm gonna enter in. I don't really have anything in the way of intelligence that would give me an idea of what's going on. The only thing I think I could throw would be something like a religion roll to see if it lines up, because I know that, effectively, I know the kids have been rescued by this religious order or something. So I'm thinking about throwing a religion just to see if there's a link between the two. I doubt it. I don't know. You tell me.
You can go ahead and roll a religion check if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Okay. Well, to put your mind at rest, it probably wouldn't have been very helpful anyway, because your knowledge
Yeah.
of trained religions, you might be able to pick up something a lot of religions share, like traits they'd share, but descript languages probably wouldn't be one of them. At least not with the tools you have here.
Sure.
Because you weren't in the clock, so everything that you're learning about the clock was secondhand, which is on top of the big hand and slowly rotating.
Yes.
Clock! Get it?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
David, I don't know if you missed this or not, but Callie will tell you guys that the runes in here are the ones from the clock. Remember?
Fuck that, Thresh says. As he kind of, I don't know, I just, hearing the clock again kind of just gives me a massively unsettled feeling about this whole place now. Yeah, we can go. I'm done. Last time we saw these kind of ruins, we got trapped for a while.
Mm-hmm. So you said the brazier had some embers in it, but are they cold?
No, they're
or...
still, like if you hold your hand over it, you can still feel that they're emitting heat.
Is there color?
Okay.
There is no color in this one.
Ugh.
Okay. Are our torches still
Your
lit?
torches are still lit.
Okay.
I dare you to touch with your torch.
All right. Now, wait a minute. Before we get all ahead of ourselves here.
Dad.
Don't dad me. You just sat here and said the last time you started messing around with things with these runes around, you guys got stuck in a place for a couple of years. Let's not get too hasty here. I'm not
be
I know.
too hasty. No.
I'm not the one to make an Arcana
Ugh.
check. Does somebody here
Yeah,
want
I
to?
can.
Yeah, that sounds like a good job for you.
Finally, a job for me. 14. Arcana.
Anyone
I
else
can
wanna
do
roll?
religion too.
I can do
It's not going to
Arcana.
be a religion.
Okay.
I'll give you another roll in a second.
All right, no worries.
I got a 12 on my Arcana.
All three of you can roll a flat intelligence check. And the one with the highest,
16.
17.
What'd you get, Ray?
14.
All right. Nate, you're an elder gentleman. You can start to put together how some things just sort of work, right? When you got here, there were torches. You used the torches that were assembled next to a series of these braziers. You lit them. You took them with you. They acted almost like key cards, right? You waved them in front of something. It lets you pass.
Right.
If you had to explain what these things were right now, you would say they were keys, essentially, to a room. Your thinking is, if this doesn't have any light in it, maybe that's part of this. Maybe it's a key. Maybe it's a lock. Maybe it's something like that.
So we light something up where they're going to open something, or something's going to appear, or something's going to happen. But this is
you don't know
definitely a
what's
trigger.
gonna.
Right, but it's a
you-
trigger.
Right, that's what your innate brain is telling you. Your innate brain is telling you that.
All right.
Your innate's brain.
My
is telling
innate's brain is telling me that. All right. I want to ready an action before we light this thing, just in case something else jumps out and tries to rip our faces off.
you. Okay.
But then, Callie, if you want to light it.
With my torch.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I'll go ahead and put my torch to it.
All right. When your torch touches the embers, it glows very brightly of that color, then recedes back to its lowly smolder. This time, continuing to have that red tone. And off in the distance, everyone hears what appears to be water rushing. Almost as if like you pulled the plug on the bottom of a bathtub.
But nothing jumps out. Says nothing changes in the room we're in.
Nope.
I will go out of the room. I'll take that path south and kind of to the point where I can look over a bridge and see if I can see anything changing.
Well, it was too dark for you to see directly, but if you remember from the last game, D-Walk had dropped something off and listened to see how far it had fallen before it made a plunk noise.
Sure.
And he had determined that it was between 90 and 100 feet.
Okay. I will. I'll take a handful of caltrops and drop them.
We could just always throw Callie.
No, we will not do that. Caltrops, not Callie.
All right, if you drop them, it seems a little further than that, but you can't be 100% certain how far. But it does feel like the water had lowered at least a little bit.
Okay. And that was using Callie's torch, which was red. And I'm trying to remember. I think we all have different colors, right?
Yeah.
Green and a blue.
Right.
I was green.
You were okay. So I have a feeling that different colors might do different things. That's what my first guess would be. I would be kind of hesitant to test that, though, because I'd hate to drown us all.
Well,
I mean, I appreciate not being drowned after being gone for 2 years.
Yeah. It's less paperwork for me to fill out with the insurance company at the end, too.
Worst case scenario, we just end up in hell, Grandma Karen.
Oh, God, no.
the worst fate.
No, don't, just stop. Don't even think that.
What are you guys thinking?
Thinking about what?
Well, you heard a like a clunk noise, right?
Yeah.
And then you heard water rushing out. Now, your understanding of this place is it's a series of sort of it's like an airlock but with water, like a canal system.
We're pretty much in an enclosed Panama Canal.
Right. Also, what you guys do know is that you guys are up on the top floor, right?
Yeah.
So all of the holes that go out to the side stop the water from going any higher than the level that you're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys have maybe taken a step down and then a step back up, but you guys are up on the top rack. So if the water got up to a point, because I think Nate had mentioned that he didn't want to drown everybody, but there were open portholes that didn't seem to have any enclosure to them. They were just bars. So maybe that's sort of like a safety mechanism. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that people don't all, oh shit, you used the red torch too? Fuck. Oh shit, I just used the red torch. Oh no, we're all gonna drown. Yeah, it'd be like a bad.
So there's still more bound water elementals in the place.
You don't know. You don't know.
Well, I mean, if the water's moving.
Well, you know the water went down.
Okay.
So that's just how water works. It just goes down.
Down, down, down.
I think we should see if the other
down,
torches
down.
also make it go down, or if like it makes it, maybe like red torch makes it go down 20 feet, and maybe blue torch, tells it to go up 20 feet or something like that.
That sounds like the type of puzzle I would have thought about, and then also been like, no, don't do that. I don't want to give them separate math that they can't check.
Or maybe there's a couple other braziers on this floor, and we have to do each of the torches to bring the water level down enough to go to the next floor.
What you can determine from your climb up here is that where the boat left you off, the water level in this building is actually below what the water level outside would be.
Okay.
You guys climbed up
Fuck.
30 feet
Mm-hmm.
and then went down. Once you were inside the building, you climbed up 30 feet, walked straight, and then dropped, and it's been 100 feet down. So you know for a fact that this goes deeper down. The water level in here right now is currently lower than the water level outside here.
So we're kind of guessing we're 70 feet below sea level.
The water right now is 70 feet below sea level. You guys are technically still 30 feet above sea level.
Gotcha.
Damn.
Ish.
Yeah.
I don't want to give any. I don't want somebody to be like, actually, they would have been 80 plus or minus 20. I'm like, no, okay.
Start breaking out the Pythagorean theorem and everything to figure it out.
They're going to find the hypotenuse of water?
Yeah.
That is some fucking monk shit to say.
Yeah.
You must find the hypotenuse of water.
Find the cosecant of love.
I'm
All
sorry
right.
to go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we want to go to the stairs and go down the stairs and see if we can get to the next floor, or
What stairs?
well, because we have a map, right? And on
Mhm.
the map, off of 1K, it looks like there's a set of stairs that goes down. I thought we were heading in that direction.
Okay. Well, it's up to you guys. Players determine what happens.
Yeah, I'd imagine we'd want to start making our way down that hallway. We've got 3 rooms to sort of investigate before we can potentially go down that set of stairs. So, since it's on the way.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. We want to go deeper into the ruins that has the clock, pictures on the wall, and the water level is, we're not sure.
What else are we supposed to do while we're here?
Double cross the pirates, kill them, and just go.
You guys could swim 5 miles or 5 hours back to shore. You think you could swim for 5 hours, David?
I think Callie could.
I can float on someone's back for 5 hours.
He just needs one of you guys to croak it out.
All right, let's go.
All right, tell me where
Um,
you walk.
Well, you said that when we went down to that intersection, looking down towards 1J, it becomes very foggy and misty, and we can't really see anything. I'm just curious, since we lit the brazier, has that changed?
It has. It has some of the fog and mist has sort of broken apart. It's still difficult to see towards the end of it, but what you can see are some sort of outlines of shapes sort of all over the place.
But there's nothing down there giving off like light or anything
No.
that okay. I would say let's venture down this way, kids.
Okay.
Okay, so can you guys give me walking order?
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Damn straight.
Bringing up the rear as usual.
You said bringing up your rear.
Hey, dude, age before beauty.
All right, as you walk down this path, you can see that it's made of stone. Seems just like all the other walkways. When all of a sudden, I need you all to roll dexterity checks.
Dexterity checks or dexterity saves?
Saves. Sorry,
Yes.
pardon.
Even better.
That's good.
24.
Woo!
12.
Ooh.
9.
D-walk.
I am going to activate actually my favor of the gods and add 2d4 to my save.
Oh, dude, when you find out how I wrote this exactly, Nate is going to be so furious.
Oh no.
Statistically speaking, you can't lose.
Oh, 12.
Oh, you got a 12 total?
Yeah.
You rolled 2 ones?
No, I had a 9.
Oh, you got
And
it.
then I added a 3 to it.
All right, well, I need you both to roll. Roll a d20, no bonuses, just tell me your number.
Okay. 5.
10.
D-walk despite your best efforts.
Oh no.
What did you do now, dumbass?
As you near the edge of
The
the
gods
walkway,
have failed me.
As you near the edge of this walkway, a tentacle lunges from the depths. Some massive tentacled beast hangs below the walkway.
This is
and
payback
begins to pull apart the causeway. After a moment, stones begin falling into the water below, and the structure begins to disintegrate. D-Walk, because of your chaotic, oh my god, I gotta get out of here, you panic, and you slip. During your slip, now let me read exactly how this works. Dexterity 10 check. On a failure, the lowest roll amongst the rolls is grabbed by the suction cupped appendage. All right, so now you get to roll one more dex save, D-Walk, before you don't get any more actions for a minute.
So you'll be dead and you can't make actions.
I got an 18 plus.
Well, never mind then. You got it?
I got 19.
Okay, cool. Then you escape. What happened is, as you slipped and fell, a tentacle reached up to try to grab onto what was remaining of the walkway, and it pinned you down. And so you needed to try to roll free out from under its suctiony grip. And it had... Describe what kind of clothing you're wearing, just so I can describe it as well.
Normal leathers. I'm not really in armor per se.
What about sleeves? What kind of sleeves? You got sleeves?
No.
Okay. Well, then
I kind of got it's like a leather open vest. It's tied together. The kind of V.
Right.
Just a
You've got a new
vest with
tattoo.
no shirt underneath it.
Yeah.
D-Walk, we're gonna say on your right arm, because that's the side of the walkway you were falling off of and had been pinned. It had got part of your back, part of your arm, and the suction cups that made contact with your flesh suctioned on. And when you rolled away, it left these large circular suction prints all the way down your arm.
Yeah, I scream like a bitch.
As you two can probably get a hold of him, I'm assuming you wouldn't just let him lay there.
You don't know my family.
Okay, well, tell me what you guys do. I might have to add another thing here.
I have a feeling it's going to sort of end up looking like we're trying to wishbone in between us and the tentacle.
I'm gonna grab Thresh by the horn.
Okay, now give me a strength check, Rachel.
Okay.
I'll grab him by a free leg.
Strength check is a 10.
How much do you weigh, D-Walk?
$140.
$140. Yeah, she's got you. She's gonna drag you by your head.
Fucking horns.
You're still probably freaking out from the suction cup wounds on your arm. It hurts. It doesn't take any actual damage, but it does leave like a bunch of weird squid hickeys. Hashtag squid hickeys.
Dinner. This is
Hold
bullshit.
on. Tweeting that right now. Hashtag freelance heroism squid hickey.
Squid hickeys.
Sea turtle stealth. Hashtag squid hickey. All right, Facebook doesn't want to work, so we're going to do that later. What we'll go ahead and do then is say that you guys have escaped this chaotic gripping moment. Literally gripping moment.
I like that
D-Walk
name very well.
I want you to go ahead and roll me. You know what? Let's just role play it. You're fucking panicked, bro.
Yeah.
You're losing your mind. You just almost got squid fucked.
Yep.
By a big monster arm. If you guys are paying attention, as the rocks and stuff start to fall apart, it does hit water below you, and then you don't hear too much more chaos. It seems like once it hit the water, it went back down.
And this tentacled beast went with the walkway when it crashed?
Yeah. Okay, so what happened is it looked like it was trying to get out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And it was trying to lunge out of the water, grab onto something to hold on to keep it out of the water. Imagine there's something dangerous in the water, and you're like, oh, God, I got to get out of here. That's what it was doing. Unfortunately, it hadn't considered its weight was much more weighty than the walkway.
So something that scared the giant squid that ripped apart the walkway.
That's what you heard. And when it went back into the water, there was a little bit of splash and chaos, and then no more noise. So it didn't make a second attempt.
Do we think maybe when we let some of the water out, is that what scared it?
Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm not moving. I'm petrified at the moment.
Well,
Just-
you're back on the main walkway, so that's a positive. I mean, all things considered, that's a pretty big positive.
But there's now no way to get to 1J.
Well, 1J's not there anymore.
So
1J
that whole
is now
thing collapsed. Okay, so not
collapsed
just the
into the-
bridge. Okay.
Okay.
It's down. Yeah.
Okay. So we have no way of knowing what was over there.
No, not
Okay.
unless you want to dive.
No,
Take a dive.
I believe that decision has been made very easy for us. We're going to head towards 1K now.
Okay.
All right.
I just hold my arm and look at it.
1K looks like the room that was just built in order to facilitate some staircases. There's a staircase that goes down. It goes down into the shadowy depths below, which you assume would lead you down into another floor. And then 1L, a hallway that is on the same level as the rest of the room you're on. And that's sort of a large open space. And from where you're at, you can kind of see, like you saw in 1J, some shadowy outlines of things sort of blocked out by mist, but not as badly. It looks like maybe like a supply room.
What was in the little alcove there that we passed on our way to 1K?
It looks like just a walkway for people to look and stare.
Okay. So
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, like a person where they would maybe monitor who is coming. Okay, so like if you look between 1F and 1S, you see that little strip right there that's between the two rooms? That looks to be like where they would have people come off like the captain and people like that, and they would go to those areas and then go through these little locked up rooms. These were like security checkpoints where they could have dignitaries come through and they could check them to make sure their crew was on the up and up. It wasn't like a kidnapped vessel. They would check them before they'd unleash.
Just
all
an
their
observation deck.
goods. So that would be where they'd ask questions and, hey, tell me about your freighter or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
So the stairwell leading off of 1K to 1V goes down, and then is there a stairwell that goes, or is it just a walkway to 1L?
It's a flat walkway that takes you into 1L.
And is that open or is that a room?
It's an open area.
So we can see what's on 1L from 1K?
Yeah. You can see a bunch of outlines of what looks to be shapes. You can't tell unless you actually approach it. But it looks kind of like it did in 1J, like a bunch of gear and boxes and stuff like that. You don't know exactly what's over there unless you get closer. But you can see that there's no light. That's the question you asked in the last room.
Yeah. A perception check to see if anything's hanging on to the pathway below.
You can go ahead and roll.
It's a 10.
Nope.
I
Not
don't
you
see
can discern.
shit.
As we're walking, I'm gonna walk up beside Thresh and go, does that hurt? And then I'm gonna immediately jam my thumb into one of the sucker marks.
Rigid. Yes, it hurts.
Okay.
Jeez,
It looks like it
son.
hurts.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks like it sucks.
What did we say? Squid dicked? Because I want to change it. Whatever we said before, I
Squid
want
hickey.
to change it to squid hickey. Oh, that's
Squid
better,
hickey.
actually.
Yeah,
Never
squid
mind.
hickey's better.
Yeah, squid dick sounds pretty good, too, though.
I've
Okay.
been squid dicked.
Rachel, isolate that.
Squid dicking sounds pretty great, too. I'll say it. You want me to take a few takes?
I, D-Walk, am a victim of squid dicking.
Oh, man, that's great. Hey, what cup size are you, D-Walk? Who's like, about 2.5 inches, 9 times on my arm.
You know,
All right.
Well,
How far down are you guys going to walk in either direction?
I'm not going anywhere near the L. Nope. Staying on K.
So you just live in K now. You're gonna open
Well,
a small bed and breakfast in K.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I might go down the other way with them, but that's what fucking thing came from that way.
He's like, business has been hard here in 1K. You
yeah.
don't get a whole lot of people.
I want to go out halfway towards 1L, but again, knowing what I've seen before, I'm going to kind of ready myself to leap if things start to happen.
Okay. Well, as you walk down, everyone, Well, Rachel, where are you standing? Since you seem-
I'd be probably following Odd, like maybe like a space behind him.
Okay. D-Walk is staying in 1K. So
Yes.
Rachel and Title T. Titled 1L. Go ahead and roll perception checks, Rachel and Nate. Rachel, you can add a +2 to your check.
Oh.
A bonus +2.
21.
That was perception?
Mhm.
Well, it was going to be a natural 20, but it's a 3.
All right. Upon reaching the location nearing the platform, a small mouse darts past and runs down the staircase in the opposite direction. In its place stands a large sack with a small hole in its side. Pouring from it is a few loose pieces of silver. Yeah, I have to stop there for now.
And that's
So it looks like in this area, like in the center, towards the maybe near towards the right side of the room, sort of, is where the mouse was. It saw you approaching. It darted, ran right through that hallway that you guys were walking on, or that walkway, ran into 1K, and then ran down the stairs into 1B, into the dark.
okay. I didn't have time to like try to grab it or anything.
It was quick, and you just noticed it.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to dive on this walkway,
Just want to try to grab this mouse.
I'll remember you said that.
I will definitely point it out. Be like, there's that mouse again.
Everyone in your family thinks you're going crazy.
Just seeing
You're the
mice
only
everywhere.
one that's seen this mouse.
Yes.
Nate, what did you roll?
A 3?
Yeah, what are you talking about? We just almost got eaten by a squid. You're over here talking about mice.
Mice with bags and holes and what? Yeah, I'm still too paying attention of trying to figure out if something's going to jump out from below us.
Yeah, when you panic or when you scream out mouse, actually, Nate, go ahead and roll.
Oh, God.
I'll let you roll a d4,
Oh, no.
and if you roll a 4, let me know.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, you're good then. Yeah, you're fine. I thought you rolled a 4. I was like, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're just like, would you not do that? Like, she's right, but she said she was one space behind you.
Yeah.
And she.
Yeah. It's like, were you trying to give me a heart attack?
Did you not see the mouse?
No, I didn't see a mouse.
It was right over there. And then
Did
it
you? I
ran
turned
that
around
way.
to thresh. Did you see a mouse? Oh, never mind.
He's like,
Hell
sorry,
no.
sorry, it's part of the breakfast rush. It's busy out here.
All right, I'm gonna go look at the bag that it was by.
Yeah.
I'll go look at that.
It looks like a really large duffel bag. And it has holes in the side where it looks like it's been worn away, either through time or through rough handling. And a few loose pieces of silver have poured out, but you can tell by looking at sort of the patchwork bag that it is loaded up with silver pieces. And a bunch of the silver has kind of spilled out and is all on the floor. And they do look different than the common money of the era.
Like it's an older currency.
You don't know.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, you're going to pick it up and look?
Yeah.
Okay. Pouring from it is a few loose pieces of silver stamped with the face of the prince. Each reads, Lord Hendrix au Galante, Master of Sails and Prince of the Galantine Armada.
Is that like the VP of sales?
Yeah, he's the vice president of sales Northeastern
Yeah.
Aqualock.
SAILS.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's hysterical, though. I'm keeping that. The VP of sales is so funny.
I'll hold out one of the coins to my dad. Be like, this is the prince on these coins.
All right. Is it familiar currency to me in any
No.
way?
This,
No.
I mean, you know what silver pieces are.
Yeah, but I
these are
mean-
stamped with a strange.
Yeah. This is not like coin that I've seen in any realm where I've visited.
No, you have not seen that.
Okay.
But whoever you are, okay, you messaged me. Deal. Just let me know. Just message me. I don't want to let anyone know who's messaging me, but it is pretty funny because
okay.
you're not going to guess who it is.
Right.
Okay.
And there's a whole sack of it.
Yeah, I mean, from when she points it out to you, I'm assuming she does. It's a massive bag. It's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet. It's like as big as Rachel.
So like a sack of corn.
Yeah, it's like a big, big duffel bag.
Not
And
a
it's
coin.
just-
Okay, I forgot that. It's not a coin purse or anything. Okay.
No, it's a duffel bag. It's massive, and it's completely packed full of what appears to be silver. So much so that just the pressure of the silver inside has actually caused some fissures in the bag.
Hey, Thresh, come here.
If you want to look at the coin,
Yeah.
you can pick it up and look at it. It has sort of like a rigid outline. It looks like they were rough pressed silver. Like maybe you can just tell by the bag that this is not like some fleeting thing that some guy did. This is actually like the currency of the realm, right? Of a particular region. And if you look at the picture on it, it looks just like Hendrix. It just has sort of he's a little fancier looking in the coin art of his face.
Does it look like this bag has been here for a while?
Oh yeah, this is an old bag.
Like how old?
I don't know. Do you have a baggyology check? No, you can tell that it's pretty old, but
Like decades?
maybe not decades. A couple years maybe.
Okay.
Is it wrinkly? That's usually how you can tell
Well,
how old it is when the bag is wrinkly.
Gross. Well, you would not be able to tell. It's so swollen with silver that it is literally pushed out. The bag is as filled as it can be. I did not expect to describe this bag as much as I am. But it is bound with the top of it is tied tight. It looks like maybe where they would have. You ever seen a bag like they put tobacco in?
No.
Like how they kind of roll the sides down?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. They would store it in like that. But this looks like it had to be closed to put on a boat or put on whatever. And so they tied it up, and it's tied up with leather bindings at the top.
Okay.
Okay. All of a sudden, hold on. You guys need to roll a perception check.
That's a nat 20,
Ooh.
24.
You see off in the distance what looks to be some sort of spiny tendril. And it's waving off in the distance. It hasn't come in yet.
Like it's in the walkway between 1L and 1K?
No, it's like off in the distance over the side of... You guys are in 1L, the walkway into 1L. Look if you take that first row of squares, go all the way to the right. That's where it is. It's kind of waving over in that distance. Like kind of looking like it's trying to get its bearing.
I'm gonna point it out to Todd.
As soon as you do, it comes swatting down. Dex checks.
18.
Is that a save or a check?
It's a check.
6.
Okay. You fall prone. Like, because you already said you were nervous about.
Yeah.
About the second you drop, you hear fucking off in the distance, D-Walk is dying. Fucking. He has attempted to spook you with a tentacle slap. Your reaction has caused him a wild amount of jocularity.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you guys go ahead. I was doing something and he messaged me, and that's what he wanted to do. Sorry, D-Walk, I just saw how hard it was for me to be messaging you shit during our game, and you just kind of go with it. That is amazing that you're able to do that.
Thank you.
I'm over here trying to describe how they're asking me questions about a bag, and I'm like over here looking, and it's like, he's trying to play a practical joke on someone. I'm like, do you know how often I do this? I do this all the time, and I couldn't even be mad at it. I was just like, God, this is hard. How does he do this like 100 times a game? I do this shit to him. Okay.
I stare daggers at him.
I just kind of like lift up my hand and wave.
I pick myself
You
up
should
off
wave
the
it like
ground.
the tentacle.
Yeah.
Pick myself up off the floor. Dust myself off. Are you done?
I ready action to run down the stairs if he starts taking off at me.
Do you feel better? Get that all out of your system.
Kinda.
So Rachel, you didn't fall for it, and even
No.
you were kind of taken aback for a moment, and then you like did that,
Uh-huh.
and you caught yourself. But you believed that it was there. You saw it right away. Your first reaction was to take a sort of defensive stance,
Mhm.
and you didn't fall victim to it surprising you as
Right.
much as
As the
Daddy
old
Dearest
man did. Yeah.
he broke a hip on the floor.
Oh, no.
He hit his life alert. He's having a hard time.
Callie, if there was ever a question as to why you're my favorite child,
Burn.
ask no more.
Do we want to take all this money? I mean, we should take all this money, but do we want to take it now or like on our way back?
I'd say we take it now. Hey, Thresh, come here.
Is it safe?
I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we, son?
How's that oath you took feeling right about now?
What oath?
Look.
I have special dispensation, boy. I don't have to deal with it when it comes to family if I don't want to.
So what are we doing?
How do you
I'm
think
walking slowly towards my father, keeping both eyes on him.
How do you think I stomach all those Christmases with your grandma Karen
Whiskey.
and that? Speaking of which, I don't know. There may be a 2-week trip over there in your future.
Mm.
Pick up the sack.
Yeah.
Yes, father. Pick it up.
Does he get a hernia when he does? Because that thing probably weighs 900 pounds if it's a sack full of silver.
Do I need to
Sack full
strength
of
check
silver
this?
is my new punk band.
Uh,
Do I need to strength check the bag of silver? Or?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a strength check.
it's just strength check your back.
That is a 17 straight.
Okay, tell me where exactly you're going to try to carry this bag from. Like, it has some leather grip tyings up top. There's a hole kind of in the middle. You can maybe get your hand underneath it.
Probably try the handles or the handles you mentioned, the leather.
The leather binding up top.
Yeah.
As you begin to grip the leather binding of the bag, the top opens up, displaying a terrifying maw. Row after row after row of misshapen teeth form from under it until the recently bound enclosure. You realize now. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. This is so bad. You're getting instant karma. We hope you enjoyed listening to The Mask and the Mechanism. It is a custom game by me. Thank you so much. Our cast includes me as that guy who isn't in this game. And also 3 other people who are assholes to me pretty much the entire time. And a frog who is going to be everyone's favorite character. His name is Gregarious Pete, and he's a frog. If you'd like to support us, consider donating on Patreon. That's patreon.com/freelance_heroism. And there'll be more episodes and shit. You'll love it. I just turned my camera on because my hair is a fucking nightmare.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it is what it is.
All right.
I got this really quality face over here. It's got this low-grade hair. I can't help it right now.